Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second part of our thrilling countdown of the world's wealthiest individuals in 2023. We've already witnessed some astonishing shifts in fortune, with billionaires gaining and losing billions within a matter of months. But what about the elite few who have managed to secure their positions at the very top? In this highly anticipated continuation, we will reveal the creme de la creme of billionaires, the titans who have amassed unimaginable wealth and influence. Who will claim the coveted spots from number 15 to number 1? Which industries have proven to be the ultimate breeding ground for immense fortunes? But before we dive into the rankings, let's ponder a few questions. Will the tech magnates continue their relentless ascent, or will we witness surprising newcomers disrupting the established order? As we delve into the final segment of this eye-opening series, get ready to have your expectations shattered and your curiosity sated. Brace yourself for jaw-dropping net worths, mind-boggling success stories, and secrets of financial prowess that will leave you in awe. So, without further ado, let's unveil the remaining billionaires who hold the keys to unimaginable riches. 15. Zhong Shanshan. Coming in at number 15 is one of the wealthiest individuals in China, Zhong Shanshan, with a net worth of $68 billion. Zhong Shanshan is the founder and chairman of Nongfu Spring, a leading beverage company in China known for its bottled water products. He is also the founder of Beijing Wantai Biological Pharmacy, a biopharmaceutical company specializing in the production of vaccines and diagnostics. He briefly surpassed Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos to become the richest person in the world in early 2021. This achievement was primarily attributed to the successful IPO of his company, Nongfu Spring, and the strong performance of Beijing Wantai Biological Pharmacy. China's bottled water king remains the country's richest person for the third year in a row. Gains by Zhong-led beverage producer Nongfu Spring offset a decline in shares of his COVID test supplier Beijing Wantai Biological Pharmacy after the country eased pandemic restrictions at the end of last year. 14. Sergey Brin. Number 14 on the list is one of the co-founders of Google and a pioneer in the field of technology, Sergey Brin. With a net worth of approximately $76 billion, Brin's contributions to the development of the internet and digital technology have had a profound impact on society. Like his co-founder Larry Page, he stopped what the two men called their daily nagging at Google in 2019. But is Brin back? A code request filed in January appears to be his first in years, and he has reportedly submitted code changes to Google's AI chatbot. Brin sold more than $2.5 billion worth of Alphabet shares between May 2021 and April 2022, but has only gifted stock since. He has donated a total of $1.1 billion to Parkinson's disease research. 13. Amancio Ortega. At number 13, we have Amancio Ortega, with a net worth of $77.3 billion. He founded Zara, a clothing brand that would become the flagship brand of Inditex, a multinational clothing company. However, his Inditex fashion retail empire, best known in the U.S. for the Zara chain, has been on a tear. Its stock rose 39% in the past 12 months, buoyed by brisk sales. Revenue in the year through January 31, 2023, climbed 18% to nearly $35 billion. That boosted Ortega's fortune by nearly $18 billion since last year. His daughter Marta Ortega was named Inditex's chair in April 2022. 12. Larry Page. Coming in at number 12 is Larry Page, with a net worth of $79.2 billion. 3 years after the Google co-founder stepped away from day-to-day operations, Page and co-founder Sergey Brin attended strategy meetings in late 2022 amid the generative AI arms race spurred by ChatGPT. Page has also stopped selling his stock after unloading more than $2.5 billion pre-tax between May 2021 and April 2022. He has not sold a share since. 11. Françoise Bettencourt Meyers and family. At number 11, we have Françoise Bettencourt Meyers, with a net worth of $80.5 billion. The L'Oréal heiress has kept her title of the world's richest woman for the third year in a row, thanks to a 12% rise in the cosmetics giant's stock in the last 12 months. Besides pledging $230 million for Notre Dame Cathedral's reconstruction, she has hired a managing director for her investment firm, Tethys Invest, where she backs projects including French private hospital operator Elson. 10. Steve Ballmer. Number 10 on the list is Steve Ballmer of Microsoft, with a net worth of $80.7 billion. Ballmer's LA Clippers, the sixth most valuable NBA team, are flying high. He's building them a privately funded $2 billion arena, slated for completion in 2024. The former Microsoft CEO's fortune is down $10 billion in the past year, primarily due to the slump in Microsoft shares. 9. Mukesh Ambani. Ambani, with a net worth of $83.4 billion, regained his spot as Asia's richest person as Gautam Adani tumbled. Last year, Ambani's oil-to-telecom behemoth Reliance Industries became the first Indian company to surpass $100 billion in revenue. He sidestepped speculation about succession by giving his children key roles last year. Older son Akash is chairman of telecom arm Jio Infocom, daughter Isha is head of the retail business, and son Anut works in Reliance's new energy ventures. 8. Carlos Slim Helou and family. At number 8 is Carlos Slim, with a net worth of $93 billion. The New York-listed shares of the telecom tycoon's pan-Latin American mobile phone firm, América Móvil, rose 14% in the past year, helping to lift Slim's fortune by nearly $12 billion and place him among the world's 10 richest people for the first time since 2019. In February, he listed his historic Manhattan mansion located across from the Metropolitan Museum of Art for $80 million, almost twice what he paid for it in 2010. 7. Michael Bloomberg. Coming in at number 7 is Michael Bloomberg, with a net worth of $94.5 billion. Despite his donations of another $1.7 billion to charity over the past year, the Bloomberg LP co-founder's fortune still climbed, as estimated revenue at his financial terminal and media business reached $13.3 billion in 2022, up from $12.5 billion in 2021. Bloomberg, a longtime supporter of Israel, waded into Israeli politics in a New York Times opinion piece in March, criticizing Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's plans to weaken the country's judiciary. 6. Bill Gates. At number 6 is Bill Gates, with a net worth of $104 billion. Gates stepped down from the board of Microsoft in 2020 but still spends 10% of his time working with teams at the software firm, including those at OpenAI, which Microsoft has backed. This is every bit as important as the PC, as the internet, Gates told Forbes in February, referring to generative artificial intelligence tools like OpenAI's ChatGPT. Meanwhile, he and his former wife, Melinda French Gates, are boosting spending by the Gates Foundation, which they co-chair and plan to wind down within 25 years. 5. Warren Buffett. Coming in at number 5 is Warren Buffett, with a net worth of $106 billion. Buffett has spent the past 3 years on a spending spree, pumping some $90 billion of Berkshire Hathaway's cash into stocks, share buybacks, and the $11.5 billion acquisition of insurance firm Allegheny Corporation, which closed in October. In late March, the Oracle of Omaha, a veteran of market crises, reportedly advised the Biden administration on bank runs and discussed possible investments in regional banks. 4. Larry Ellison. At number 4, we have Larry Ellison, with a net worth of $107 billion. The Oracle chairman and former CEO rose 4 spots amid a tough year for tech, as Oracle shares increased 10% on solid earnings and a focus on security. Ellison bought one of Florida's most expensive homes for $173 million last summer, adding to his portfolio of glitzy real estate, including the Hawaiian island of Lanai, where he lives. He stepped down from Tesla's board in August after 4 years. 3. Jeff Bezos. Coming in at number 3 is Jeff Bezos, with a net worth of $114 billion. Since stepping down as Amazon CEO in 2021, Bezos has flown to space via his company Blue Origin, made waves with a near-complete $500 million superyacht, and stepped up his philanthropy through support for groups such as Bezos Academy, free preschools, and grants from his Bezos Earth Fund. His fortune isn't faring as well. He's $57 billion poorer than a year ago, the biggest loss of any billionaire, thanks to a 38% decline in Amazon stock. 2. Elon Musk. At number 2 is Elon Musk, with a net worth of $180 billion. Musk has mostly tweeted himself out of the top spot on the ranks, with Tesla stock down nearly 50% since he announced his $44 billion takeover of Twitter last April, far outpacing the tech-heavy Nasdaq's 18% drop. Investors have bemoaned the $23 billion of Tesla shares he sold to finance the acquisition. SpaceX, meanwhile, keeps soaring, with the company valued at nearly $140 billion in a tender offer that closed in early 2023, up from the $127 billion at which investors valued it last May. Still, Musk is worth $39 billion less than a year ago. 1. Bernard Arnault and family. Finally, at number 1, we have Bernard Arnault, with a net worth of $211 billion. The French luxury goods tycoon tops the world's billionaires list for the first time on the back of a banner year at LVMH, which owns Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior and Tiffany & Company, among others. Revenue, profit and LVMH shares all sit at record highs, helping add $53 billion to Arnault's fortune over the past 12 months, the biggest gain of any billionaire. Wealthier than ever, Arnault is now planning for succession. In July, he proposed a reorganization of his holding company, Agache, which holds the bulk of his LVMH stock, to give equal stakes to his 5 children.